If they are violent, if they are dangerous, if they are repeat criminals, or some combination of all of those, you have to be able to keep them behind bars.
Here is Danielle Smith, and I think she is by far the best premier in Canada. She's the premier of Alberta. She is very no-nonsense. She's very sane. She's very calm. She can be relied upon to accurately describe reality in a calm and rational way, which is, of course, hated by leftist politicians, leftists in general, the mainstream media. They hate reality, right? And she is very good at describing it. Let's take a look.
You saw what just happened in Manitoba. A man released on bail on conditions that they didn't go see his family, and he went and murdered his sister and stabbed 7 other people. That is happening all over this country, and I can tell you every single premier has been asking for over a year for us to fix the wrong turn that the Trudeau government made. So if you want to remember what happened, it was Bill C-75, and what and I'm sure that the justice will correct me if I'm describing this wrong, but what the direction was that a judge couldn't just look at the crime on the face of it to determine whether that person should be released. They had to look at the foundational factors about why they became a criminal. And so they're essentially, if you had a bad childhood, if you were abused, if you were suffering from intergenerational trauma, and so on and so forth, that became one of the conditions for releasing somebody. But in releasing them, they go back to the very community that they came from and are victimizing those same community members. And so what we have been asking for is that we have to go back to the same kind of rules of court that we used to have. If they are violent, if they are dangerous, if they are repeat criminals, or some combination of all of those, you have to be able to keep them behind bars so that they don't go out and continue to reoffend. We've seen the stats that show, it's actually, yeah, it's true. It's a small number of criminals who, as you described, are just going out and reoffending. It's so demoralizing to our police force that before they finish the paperwork booking a guy, that he's back out on the streets again.
And that's equity. That is equity, right? Not equality, equity. Progressives are not trying to fit their ideology into the world. They're trying to fit the world into their ideology, and they are breaking the world in the process. And furthermore, they don't care. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.